Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Jagan and I am a software engineer currently based out of Bayern, Germany. In this video, I would like to discuss about some of the points that I have recently learnt to pick a skill from scratch and how to master it to a certain level. Let's get started. When I researched more on this, I was able to find two different methods. The first one, the 10,000 hour rule. This says that we will need to put in 10,000 hours of practice in order to master any skill. The second method, quick win method. It says that you just find the important parts of that particular skill, learn only that. With that, you will be able to start using that quickly. So this is like one method says the short term way, the another method says long term way. If I need to spend 10,000 hours to master something, and it's going to take years for me. So I cannot wait to put 10,000 hours, and at the same time I don't want to use the quick method, only learn the know-hows and working only with that limited knowledge. So I want to find out a common ground between these two methods so that I can learn the know-hows quickly, and at the same time I will need to find some actions for the long term to master that particular skill. So that was my intention, and I continued my research. That's when I came up with the following steps to learn a new skill and master it. First step, finding the skill. When you are trying to learn a new skill, make sure that particular skill is going to help you solve some problem which you are currently facing or make you more eligible to find a better job outside your current company. At the same time, make sure to check whether that goal is attainable or not. What do I mean by this? Will you be able to spend the required time and energy to learn this skill? Do you have enough time to allocate to learn this skill? You will need to check all these things. Second step, learning the skill. When you start to learn a new skill, make sure to find out what are the most important parts of that particular skill for you at the current moment. Apply the 80-20 rule. Find out the 20% of the parts which you need to learn in that particular skill in order to get the 80% of the results. Once you find out those 20% of the parts that you need to learn, you can get into that quickly and start learning about it. This way, you will be able to get hold of most of the important things in that particular skill, and as a next step, you can learn it by doing, because as a theory we might read it for a long time, but only when we put our learnings into action we will learn some things differently. We might find some new avenues to improve on. So learn by doing. Also, it is good to have a mentor who can help you to correct your mistakes and to give proper guidance. The mentor could be someone in your team, or maybe in outside team, or maybe someone from outside the company also. Finally, have some celebration points. So whenever you learn a skill, there could be some milestones to that. Once you complete one particular milestone, have something to appreciate yourself for the efforts that you have put to cross this milestone. If we keep celebrating some milestones, then it will also give us confidence to move forward. Third step, practicing the skill. Try to develop an action plan in which you are able to practice this particular skill on daily basis. We may say that on daily basis I would not have time. Generally we don't find time. We will need to make time. It's important to come up with an action plan. Let's say you are trying to learn negotiation skills. We might read n number of books, but if we don't apply that particular knowledge into action, that will not help anyway. So even if you are going to read only one book or only one course for the whole year, it is still fine, but pick up one particular strategy from that book or course and try to apply that in your work week completely. Each day you try to apply that particular strategy. End of the week, you try to evaluate how you did and what is the next strategy you are going to apply for the next week. So this way you get to practice that particular skill on daily basis, and at the same time you are able to do a self-review on the way you applied that particular skill. And we all have heard practice makes perfect, but you don't need to practice everything whatever you are learning. Once you start to learn, some things become very easy for you and some things become very hard for you. So when you see some hard parts of that particular skill, you try to practice those hard things or the parts which you become very weak. So weak points. So practice on those weak points regularly instead of just practicing everything else. This way you will be able to fix your shortcomings in that particular skill. Fourth step, getting help. This is something in the internet era, it has become very easy. We can join in multiple forums. As I said previously, you might have a mentor, but at the same time, when you started to do your work, you might feel like if you have some people with your same level, that might help. That's actually true also. When you are in beginner level, you can find some people who are in beginner level, and you have lot of forums and groups in the internet wherein you can join and practice your craft along with the people at your same level. Also, one more important thing is feedback. Maybe when you are learning a new programming language, you can create your own GitHub project and maybe you can give it to your senior or someone outside your organization and ask them to review your code. So this way you will be able to know how you are doing, and at the same time, while asking for feedback, try to find a negative feedback. For example, what is the one thing that could have been handled in this project correctly? Or you can ask, I felt very difficult in doing this particular module of code. If you were to do this, how would you have handled? So like this, it is important to get the negative feedback as well, so that you will be able to learn and correct your mistake. Finally, fifth step, be patient. Learning a skill, it's very much required nowadays, because in order to do good in our current job or in our personal life or to manage our finances, we need skills. We need to learn them quickly and we need to apply them. It could take 6 months or 1 year in order to reach to a certain level of mastery. We should be able to sustain and follow the process what we have defined for ourselves. We will need to make sure that we are enjoying or we are in love with the process to get the results, because it's not going to happen overnight. We might need 6 months to 1 year for sure. 1 year is very good amount of time to become master in any skill if you are practicing daily basis. So to conclude this video, there are 5 steps that we need to follow. First one, find the right skill that you need to master, which is going to help you in your current job or to find a future job. Second step, learn it with different ways. Use the 80-20 rule, learn by doing, find a mentor, have celebration point. Third step, stick to your practice. Try to practice your craft on daily basis. Fourth step, get the right help. Find your mentor or join the forums, whichever would help you. And fifth step, be patient and continue to your process of learning that particular skill. I hope following these 5 steps will help us to master any skill that we are going to pick up. I am going to follow these 5 steps and I am going to learn PHP for next few months, and I am planning to make a follow-up video for this particular video with my self-review whether these steps worked for me or not. Maybe if I agree or disagree to these steps in future, I will be explaining about that as well. Hope this video was useful to you. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video if you found it useful, and I will see you in my next video.